Well, it's always a good day when we can visit Springhouse Gardens, and Richard Weber is discussing with us today Abelia. And I was telling you before we started filming, this kind of reminds me of the Nandina, but with some flowers.
Yeah, this is really one of these unusual plants in that it's a broadleaf evergreen.
Oh.
And during our mild winters, it will stay evergreen. If we have a really cold winter, all the leaves will fall back. It can be killed back somewhat, so you'd have to just prune it back, kind of like the Nandina.
Yeah.
But there's new varieties of Abelia. The old-fashioned one looks more like this with the green leaves and probably the pale.
Yeah, that one doesn't
pink.
remind me of a Nandina.
Yeah, no, that's
this one does.
This one is one that's a dwarf green leaf variety called Rose Creek. It's a wonderful long blooming plant. These are quite fragrant as well. I don't know if you're catching a whiff of them, but they do bloom for probably 2.5 to 3 months during the summer. This one is one called Kaleidoscope. So it's got really lots of different colors in the foliage, everything from green to pink to kind of orangey. So I really like the Kaleidoscope,
Yeah,
and you
it's
get
very
these
pretty.
really pretty bigger flowers. Even when the flowers are gone, the little petals are still there. This reminds me kind of a plant we talked about last time called Heptacodium, where you have the flowers and then the little petals enlarge. And this is does very similar things where even when the flowers are gone, you've got interest from the petals that surrounded the flowers. So there's lots of new varieties of these. This one's called Bronze Anniversary, has a little bit of bronze new foliage to it. But most of these are going to get anywhere from 2 to 4 feet tall. The old-fashioned Abelia that your grandma used to grow, I mean, this is a very old-fashioned plant, but the old-fashioned Abelias used to grow 6 to 8 feet tall. They were grown kind of like old forsythias and weigelias used to be, and they get kind of rangy. They went out of favor for a number of years because they were just so big and kind of gangly. So now all these newer varieties have come on the market that are going to be much easier to fit into a garden and much easier maintenance. And you get a lot of color and interest on these from middle of the summer all the way into fall. So.
And where would you see this ideally working into someone's landscape?
They're great in foundation plantings, believe it or not, because of that evergreen nature, but you could also put them in a butterfly garden, in a pollinator garden, anywhere where you want a little bit of color and flowers. And flower arrangers really enjoy these because they make great cut flowers as well.
All right, well, it's a great time to visit Springhouse Gardens, of course, and plant a tree, right?
Absolutely.
Buy one while they're here, and
we're heading towards fall, which is the best time of the year to plant. So there's fun things like this that you can come out and carry us over from summer into the fall. So we're here 7 days a week out Harrodsburg Road in Jessamine County.